Good morning, guys. We're in Paris. It is currently, let me check the time. It is currently 8:43 a.m. but I am back in Paris again with my family, and I thought it'd be really fun to document this trip, also show you guys everything that we eat. But look at this balcony view. It's just beautiful. It's like the best way to wake up. The first place we dropped by was of course a bakery, because what is a morning in Paris without bread? We went to Les Maison Isabelle, which actually won Best Croissant of the Year in 2018, so naturally we had to get their croissants. This was probably my favorite croissant we had in Paris because of its extremely flaky and hard exterior with a soft and chewy inside that had a slightly sweet taste. Hello. Merci. What? You mean bonjour? Bonjour. We are at the Jardin du Luxembourg and it is beautiful here. What are your thoughts? First time in Paris. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. That sounds so fake. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'll show you guys. Wow. Cold, guys, but it's so beautiful here. I love the vibes here. It's like I'm walking through a royal palace garden. We also dropped by Pierre Herme, which is a well-known macaron chain in Paris, and their macarons are amazing. I definitely recommend dropping by one if you see it on the street because the texture of the shells was so pillowy and chewy. And then for lunch, we were going to try out La Jacobine, but they were actually closed for the holidays, so we went to a different restaurant on the same street. It was nice because it had a lot of seating and was filled with mostly locals. I would say the vibes were 10 out of 10 here. We ordered the French classics like a steak and frites, escargot, and French onion soup. Everything was solid, but nothing spectacularly life-changing, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, that's the line to get into the Louvre. It's crazy. The Louvre was probably one of my favorite parts of this trip. French museums are just on a different level, and you can spend hours in one and still have endless pieces of artwork you haven't seen yet. A good tactic is having a game plan of the artwork you want to prioritize, so we decided to see the main ones like the Mona Lisa, which I still can't believe I saw in person. Leslie, are you happy to be in Paris?
Oui!
Away! Afterwards, we dropped by the Christmas market nearby, and it was a fully flushed out fair with rides and food and everything. I was really impressed, and I definitely think it's worth checking out if you visit Paris in the winter. Right here we have hot Look at that. It's so hot. Oh my gosh. That's really sweet. That's good.
It's steaming. Oh my goodness.
For dinner, we went to Sanukiya, which I had actually gone to in my previous Paris trip and really enjoyed, so I want to bring my family here. But it is just a solid place to get authentic Japanese udon. The next day, we started our morning bright and early by heading over to Le Bon Marche, which is an indoor department store. We basically spent the whole day here because you can get all your shopping done here. They have an entire floor dedicated to French food, snacks, and fresh baked goods, so if you need to buy gifts for people or just want to check out good food, this is definitely the place to go. Guys, we've been at this mall for like 4 hours now. And me and Leslie have been sleeping,
Drinking
napping.
free water.
Yeah, it's been an experience while our parents shop. Okay guys, we finally left the mall and now we're walking over to dinner. I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it had a lot of reviews, so I'm excited, and it's French cuisine again. Bless you.
Thank you.
For dinner, we ate at a French restaurant, and this was definitely on the pricier end, and I feel like for the price, the service and food was good, but not worth it. You can definitely find good quality restaurants at a cheaper price point here in Paris. There were also a ton of tourists who came to this restaurant, so honestly, it didn't feel like a restaurant in France when I was eating here. Morning guys, we are currently walking to a bakery to get croissants as we do every morning. I think the amount of bread we consumed this trip was insane, but anyways, this bakery was amazing. I was in love with the selection of their pastries. We got the New York croissant roll, which had this really delicious cream in the middle, a raspberry croissant, and a baguette. We also bought butter and tarama, which is this French salmon spread to put on the baguette. And I think this bakery actually had the best baguettes, but everything else was super delicious as well. For lunch, we actually ate at a Chinese restaurant right across the street from our hotel called Ton Han, and it had delicious, authentic, home-cooked dishes. Afterwards, we went to Musée d'Orsay, and my one advice for anyone visiting Paris is please get your tickets reserved in advance. You can buy it from the official museum website, and it will just save you so much time on the day of from having to stand in lines. Musée d'Orsay was doing a Van Gogh exhibition, and it was really amazing to see the pieces in real life. I also got to see some of Monet's pieces, and he's my favorite artist, so I was really happy. Okay guys, we just left Musée d'Orsay, but it was such a good museum. It had so many really beautiful paintings. Got to see a lot of Monet and Van Gogh, which was nice. Yeah, I feel like you could just spend like hours there, honestly the whole day, so I really recommend it. For dinner, we ate at a ramen restaurant called Kodawari, and this place always has a really long wait. You actually have to download an app in order to even enter the wait list, but the concept of this restaurant is really unique. The interior is designed to mimic a Japanese fish market, and the menu contains only seafood broth ramen, so if you don't like fish or seafood, I wouldn't recommend this place. I ordered this creamy sea bream ramen, which had a really rich broth, and the noodles were also really chewy and delicious. Good morning guys, we are heading over to a crepe place to finally try a crepe in Paris. And it's, oh, we're right here. It's called Le Fournil. We made it to the Eiffel Tower. Are you happy to be in Paris?
Oui! It's the Eiffel Tower.
Wow! Also, I can see why everyone wants to learn French after coming to Paris, because French is just so beautiful. I think it's the prettiest language, but it's been fun using French phrases here and there. I feel like French people are actually really friendly when it comes to you trying to speak French.
Why is it not focusing on your face?
After checking out the Eiffel Tower, we stumbled across a local caterer spot that had a long line of French grandmas and grandpas standing outside, and so we were immediately intrigued because you know it's gonna be good. We were watching everyone order, and they were all getting the same thing, which was the pâté en croûte, which is this meat pie, so we copied them, and it was mind-blowing. It was probably my favorite thing I ate out of everything in Paris. The meat was so delicious and tender, and the crust was really flaky and well made. And the grand finale of our Paris trip was actually going back to Le Bon Marche to pick up more snacks and goods to bring back to America. If you need some ideas, there's chestnut cream in a tube, these really beautiful chocolates, and this fancy jar of sea salt flakes that is a really great gift to give to people. But all in all, Paris is such a beautiful city, and I'm so thankful I got to go on another trip here. I hope this video gave you some inspiration into what to eat and do in Paris, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!